Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. They somehow talked me into playing with Pain again with Draft 10, with a bunch of ridiculous decks. This is Enwal's G7 collection, and Enwal has assured me that he's put way more effort into crafting the cards, and I do have more faith in Enwal than Ken. He is more careful about. Enwal wants to play a competitive game. He wants to have a good chance to win. Uh, yeah. We are playing with like some of the D deck and stuff like that, which not crazy about, but that's fine. Let's look at the cards we don't know. Blitz Renovator. Renovate at any time without using an action. Don't have to pay any building resources. You do not lose any family members, but you lose a room that you built. So this is a card that you would do, like, say you go to a 5-room clay house, then you renovate to a 4. You go to 4-room stone house for no stone, which can be quite handy. Captain of Outrider. That sounds kind of cool. Stable Cleaner. Ooh. No. Another player uses a build fence action. Yeah, this cattle bar card seems fine. Oh, never mind. We're not playing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. The 2017 cards, they're just, yeah, not great, I don't think. Idlewild trying to steal my seat. Get the hell out of here. They just had a game crash. Ooh, that sucks. I wonder how that happened. Been a while since I've seen that. Oh, someone had to leave. Oh, yeah, that's why. Yeah, so it's not a crash. It's a game. Game kind of got ruined. Used to be that you could have someone come in and substitute, but it's not really a thing anymore. All right, he got rid of the 2017 edition cards, so that seems like an improvement. I think some of the cards are fine, but there's definitely been a rebalancing from them that's occurred. And they don't quite fit with, like, I think it's kind of a little weird if you're playing like mixed Zedman edition with the new versions of the cards. Well, we see Field Watchman, but we'll read the other cards just to see what's going on. Waltzer. Nah, it doesn't look that good. Another player builds a major improvement, pay them a food to get a vegetable. Oh, okay. Innovative Chef. 1, 3, 4 earlier. Convert sheep or cattle. Oh, I see. So this lets you convert animals very efficiently. Like a cattle to 7 food with Acquirer, that would be ridiculous. Hopefully no one takes Acquirer. But yeah, we'll just take Field Watchman. Field Watchman is still one of the best cards. Wealthiest European with Humble Farm Boy in the game is definitely worth considering, but I see Soil Nutritionist, which looks pretty good to me. Seed Trader is actually quite good. The ability to buy vegetables is quite nice. Mariska says good morning. Good morning to you. Although I think it is evening where you are. Soil nutritionist seems fine. Manual labor is actually okay with field watchman because you often use one of your actions on crops and then your other action just gets an extra thing. But yeah, soil nutritionist seems good. Get 2 clay every time I plow. And then I can pay clay to get more crops. Alright. Well, if I want a bunch of food, grain farmer seems pretty good. There's also hill cultivator, which gives me even more clay from soil nutritionist. Surveyor. With field watchman, I'm going to want to go on the one grain space, which doesn't qualify for this. So I think the pick here is grain farmer. Yeah, I like stable delivery man, but I think grain farmer will just feed me quite nicely. So my game plan is something along the lines of play field watchman, play soil nutritionist, play grain farmer, get 3 sown grain fields in stage 1. And then grain farmer will feed me quite a bit of food. Looks okay. Yeah, Mariska, were you in the game that Idlewild said unfortunately had to get abandoned? That's always a shame. So we're just waiting on the picks to come around. Gotta apologize a little bit. I complained maybe more than I should have yesterday. I don't know. Play testing is an important thing to have happen, but I feel like there's a certain amount of academic discussion we can have before we get to the playtesting phase. Like I think a card like Shadow Priest probably should not get to the playtesting phase. Like we should be a little more careful beforehand. So like I don't mind that we have to play. I know we have to play test cards like G7, but I don't know. I don't think I have to be to. I don't think I have to play test Shadow Priest. I just don't think it should. It's a card that should exist. Now you want to make a card like Shadow Priest, but make it. Okay, how would you make a card like that work? Okay, so it's gotta. You have to, first of all, you have to drop the clause of being on 2 stone rooms. Okay? That's the first thing. What I would say is instead of being on 2 stone rooms, make it, if you are the last person, make it another if you're the last person to only have 2 rooms. Maybe go that way. And then you could give some resources. And then it could give resources of the type of the house you're currently in. So, like, for example, make it give 4 wood if you're in wood, 4 clay if you're in clay, and then a couple reed, and drop the clay as well. Something like that. Because then I can pick it, and it can actually be playable for me. Which the old one was not. Rustler. 2 sheep or 3 food to get 2 cattle. So we've got a bit of a animal combination there, and cattle breeder as well. You can get a lot of animals. Whenever you breed 1, 2, 3 animal types, you get stuff. This pick is kind of interesting. I kind of like Animal Renovator here, just because if I'm going to get a bunch of clay, then maybe I go for build clay rooms instead of wood rooms. Like especially if I got a card that discounted my reed. Hi, Mainan Papan. Hope you're doing well. Uh, yeah, then the animal renovator could be kind of nice, and then it holds a breeding pair of sheep or cattle or whatever. Alternatively, a card like Cattle Breeder is fine. Like, it's a pretty good late game card, actually. Cattle Breeder is quite nice for that. Um, let's take the Animal Renovator. And then if we get a card like Straw Thatched Hut, then we're really looking good. Um, hmm. I like Prudent Merchant. I like that you can get the stone oven for free with it and then still have the stone to reno to your stone house or pottery and then build the stone oven, for example. Uh, doesn't seem like a good Humble Farm Boy game for me. I like Potter. I think maybe, yeah, Grain Farmer and Potter seem kind of redundant, but the Potter is an extra 2 food per harvest, which could be nice. I guess I don't really love, like, Prudent Merchant would be nice to take, but I guess Potter just, it's more likely to get played, I think. And then this pick is definitely Seed Trader, the ability to buy 2 vegetables after I've done a bunch of baking. That's going to be really good. Yeah. And then this pick, not Clerk. Pioneer is okay, but I have a lot of cards I want to play in the early game, so I don't think I'm going to take any of them. I'll just take Clay Hut Builder. Clay Hut Builder I can play at any time. Oh wow. Yeah, this card is normally banned. Are we not playing with minus? Treehouse is not banned? Yeah. Well, we have to, I'm pretty sure we just take Treehouse here. I don't see any reason to take anything else. What does Converted Silo do? Nah. Bust is okay. Bookmark is fine. Runestone will be quite good for this game, but yeah, Treehouse is just fantastic. Um, Mainin Poppin said, you said about playtesting, do these cards get published? They have not yet. The France deck and the WM deck and the G deck all got published, and they were G1, 2, 3 respectively. So those cards all got published, but with the new publisher, they have not seemed to be interested in publishing another G deck. Seems like what they really wanted to do, they want to do more of their own. They kind of want to go in a different direction, it seems like. Our hope, there are kind of two hopes. One, someone puts a whole bunch of work in and we self-publish G4-5 and probably G6 as well. Or, alternatively, when they come out with the, if there's ever a collector's edition for Agricola, they've said that they would include those decks in the collector's edition. So, the collector's edition, though, I would assume will be quite expensive. Mariska says there's Pioneer. Oh, great, I'm dropping frames again. Mariska says there was Pioneer and Plowfield when you used last revealed space. There was, yep. But I think I get enough plows from Field Watchman. I don't really need that. And it's a little too slow. Trade route. Once per round, convert a vegetable to 3 building resources of your choice. That actually looks pretty good. That actually looks quite good. If I can buy vegetables and then turn them into reed, it'll help me build more rooms. Ravensburger spinning mill. Each other player can take 2 food. For everyone that does, I can pay 1 building resource for 1 point. Oh, I see. You have to pay different ones. Okay, I don't know. Community well. Each player may pay 1 wood to place 1 food on the next 4 spaces. Yeah, I think we take the trade route here, actually. I think that has a chance to be quite strong. Can get us stone, can get us reed, which is something that the field watchman normally has difficulty with. Well, whoever I passed wealthiest European will likely pick up alms basket, which is kind of a pain because usually they have a very good. They can have a very strong affinity to go for like clay oven or stone oven or whatever. Um, Seasonal plants is okay, but I don't think I need to take it here. Farmstead on your turn. Each time you use a space, you get with food. Nah. I think I'd probably just take bamboo here. It's not particularly exciting, but it's 5 wood, so it's pretty good. Dairy supply. Random. Whenever you take clear stone from an action space, you get a reed. Yeah, no, I don't think I can take that one. Coffee bean. The end of the turn where you used a person to play coffee bean, you may return that person to your farm. Ooh, so like if you do this on family growth, you can get the person back. Oh, interesting. That actually looks pretty good. I think we can take that. Okay, so bookmark is great if we come last in round 1. Chocolate. How many? I mean, chocolate will probably pay for seed trader, clay hut builder, but the other cards I pretty much all want to play earlier. Um, yeah, I could take bookmark. I could take runestone. I think I like bookmark here. Yeah, ideal landscape seems cool as well. 3 bonus points if you lay out your farm exactly the way you would want to. Bust menagerie is pretty good as well. So the reason I like bookmark here is what I can do is I can play bookmark say in round 2, then bookmark comes up round 5. Round 5 I play animal renovator, gets me to clay, and then I can start player treehouse, for example, which seems like it would be pretty good. And I would only need a 3 wood action before that comes out. Seems okay. I don't really want any of these. Bonfire is a point, so take bonfire. Wow, no one took the wealthiest European didn't take alms basket, which is kind of surprising. Maruska saying, yeah, if I'm 4th, I go 3 wood into start player bookmark into 2 reed. Is that what you're suggesting? Sounds like, which sounds reasonable. Yeah, I don't really care for any of these. Oak cask is some food, but I don't know if I want to take any more wood miners. Corn rick. I honestly think I have enough grain, so I think seasonal plants. If it lets me sow an extra vegetable. It's pretty weak because it only works for one, but... Oh, I can also play coffee bean on starting player. I need 2 reed to unleash my treehouse. Yes, because I need 1 reed for the reno and 1 reed for the animal renovator. Yeah. For the for the renovation, not for the animal renovator in particular, but... Yep, sounds right. There's a bunch of different ways this could go. I mean, I'd honestly be happy just playing Field Watchman in round 1. Field Watchman into Take a Grain is like about as good of a round 1 as you can have in this game. Yeah. Alright, we start in 3rd. So very likely we get expensive occupation. But I would take 3 wood ahead of reedstone food. Definitely. Because I can 3 wood into bookmark. And while plays, oh, that's a bad sign. That is a very bad sign. Yep. I mean, he might have got something like Morning Trader. So I'll play my Field Watchman. He might have got something like Morning Trader, in which case we're not competing that much. And he might just be playing it because it's like a reasonable card, and he knows he's going to want to take grain a couple times and take vegetable a couple times. But, yeah. We're a little nervous about this start. We'll see. Enwal might take a grain and 2 clay here. Nope, goes for 2 wood. Excellent. Excellent. That's what we wanted to see. Doe Academy says, hey Will, happy Thanksgiving. Hand is looking good. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Although I'm Canadian, so we celebrated ours about a month and a half ago. Did you guys do any Black Friday shopping? I certainly did. Well, actually, no, I did a little bit. I bought 1 or 2 little things online. I bought a Christmas present for my parents online. And yeah, hopefully we can make this hand work. It requires a lot of early occupation actions. So the feeding, we're gonna have to figure out whether we can make Grain Farmer work. If we can make Grain Farmer work for 4 food, then I really like our chances here. Because, well, even if Grain Farmer could work for 3 food, then we can eat a raw grain. Yeah, so that should work. So grain 3 times, sow once. Yeah. We'll have to figure it out. Because if I play Soil Nutritionist, then Grain Farm, then take it twice. It's going to be awkward. We'll have to see. Pocoyo start player Corn Sheaf. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of grain going around. So I'm actually going to be I'm going to have to compete for the ovens, which is a pain. But just as long as I get a cooking hearth, at worst case scenario, I get a cooking hearth, and that would be fine. Pocoyo plays Lady in Waiting. Good card. So if we get occupation back, we're happy. If we get 2 read back, we're happy. So both are looking good. Let's see what Payne does. Payne likes occupations, but he didn't play one in stage 1, so yeah. So I'll play my Soil Nutritionist. Gets me 2 clay every time I plow a field. Can you pull up Trade Route and Coffee Bean? Yeah, so Trade Route lets me turn a vegetable into 3 building resources of my choice. Seems pretty good. I'm thinking especially turning a vegetable into 3 reeds so that I can build a bunch of rooms with Clay Hut Builder and my Soil Nutritionist. That seems alright. Also, getting stone for ovens. And then Coffee Bean, pay a vegetable for a point and get the action back is basically the analysis. And while you gonna take grain? Or are you gonna take 2 wood again? You might take grain. 2 wood in round 2 is not a great action. Like if he takes grain twice, then he's in a good spot to build a clay oven, for example. Ooh, this is start player wetlands. Whenever you take clay or stone from an action space, you receive 1 additional reed. Huh. So reed stone food, get an additional reed. Looks good. Looks really good. Does cost 2 wood, which is significant, but whoops, no beggar. 2 clay. Okay, so we're gonna plow 1 more time, I think. And then we're gonna play Grain Farmer. So then we have 2 more actions. So ideally a 3 wood action and a 2 reed action. That's what we're hoping for. Oh, we also want to sow. Never mind. So we're not getting all those. Yes, because we're going to play Grain Farmer, we're going to plow, we're going to sow. So we only have 1 free action. So hopefully the free action is 2 reed. I do want to sow. You're right. Yeah, I just saw that though. I do want to sow. Yep. You're absolutely right. Pretty sure we just play occupation here. 3 wood is nice, but we're not sure if we're going to get to go on cheap occupation again. So now seems like a good time to play this card. I actually could... You know what? So with Soil Nutritionist, do I need to plow again? 1 clay per field to place 1 extra good. So I could pay 2 clay, so get 8, and then eat, and then 8 becomes 3 food and eat 1 raw. That's an option. Usually you want to target 3. Usually you want to target 3 fields. That's just kind of like the generic wisdom. I think probably it's still worthwhile. Yeah. So I can sow. Well, I can go to 12. If I go to 12 total, that pays off 4, and then the second harvest would pay off 3. And then the third harvest, assuming I don't get a sow, would pay off 2. Or alternatively, I could just pay 1 clay to get to 10 and then go 10, 7, 4. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Plow again to get to 4. No, I don't think I'll. Oh, to get to 4 food, you mean? I'm not. I thought you. Yeah, not 4 fields, but 4 food. Yes. I think that makes sense. We're going to be in a situation where clay can get converted to food in a couple different ways. Like I can turn clay into grain farmer food by getting more grain on my fields, or I can also put clay into food directly with my potter. Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of different uses for clay. Stable deliveryman for Pokio. I have to imagine Payne is doing something with Wealthiest European. I'm a little surprised he passed me the grain basket. Son of Storyteller. When you play this card, and each time you use Take 1 Veg, you receive 1 food for each food on the traveling player space. That's fun. That sounds fun. Storyteller is quite a weak card. But that seems fun. Our sow should be safe. Nobody has a way to use it. So, to read. And Enwall correctly went on expensive occupation. Oh, I love when people do this. This is very. I'm always afraid to do this, but for Enwall it worked out perfectly. Yeah, gets to play another occupation. Very nice. Plays Wolf, extremely strong card. So Hill Cultivator makes him want to take grain twice to activate the wolf, because you do it once to get the grain, and then you do it once to get the clay, generally. Seems fine. No one's in a position to... Well, Pocoyo's in a position to build, but nobody else is. Which is honestly good for me. We'll pay a clay... And so we're soil nutritionist. I'm pretty sure it's a clay for one good, right? Yeah. So 4 food from grain farmer and then harvest. Pocoyo builds the first room. Was in a spot where if they didn't Payne could build the first room in round 5, so makes sense. I'm looking for a 4 wood action. I've got my 3 occupations out, so I can play Treehouse. So I could play Animal Renovator. I could also play Reno if Reno comes round 5. Reno lets me play Treehouse directly, so that's an option. Family growth comes round 5. I'm going to really annoy Payne and Enwall. They're going to get really frustrated with... well, no, I guess I can't. No, I can't jump Payne. The only way I can jump Payne... No, there's no way for me to jump Payne. Ooh. There is a way for me to jump now, though. If Enwall builds a room here, which if Enwall builds a room, he gets to family growth next round, but instead, oh, you know what? It's not Reno. What am I saying? I can't jump Enwall. What am I saying? I'm acting like Reno is out, but it's not. I can occupation animal renovator and then start player next round, but yeah, I can't Reno directly. And wall builds a... yeah, makes sense. Kind of weird from Payne. I guess he really wants the sheepdog out before the first sheep grab, but I don't know. Seems like it might be a mistake to me. Payne's leaving himself 6 wood next round. If he's leaving himself 6 wood, then I don't have to first action start player treehouse. I could do something else. And what action would I do instead? I could take 6 clay. 6 clay is a pretty good action. My grain farmer is going to give me 3 food in the next harvest. I'm going to probably need to eat 2 raw grain, which seems okay. Oh, you know what? I can get myself the wood by playing bonfire here. Or by playing the 3 clay fireplace. You know what I'll do? I'll play animal renovator and see if that scares him. Get a Raji to play. See if that scares him into taking the sheep. And then we're going to have Pocoyo family growth. So yeah, so I'll have I'll either be able to take the sheep or I'll be able to take the wood. And Payne, because he has sheepdog, I bet he takes the sheep over the wood. Yeah. Because, well, is 3 sheep really worth that much to me? Is it? It's not worth food unless I take some way of eating. Unless I take some way of cooking them. I could also take 6 food fishing. 6 food fishing would help my seed trader come out faster, which would help my trade route. Or I could take 6 clay to help me build a clay room faster. I'm gonna fish. I could have taken the animals, but you know what? I'll just wait until I can get a 2, like until I build a fireplace or some way of eating the sheep. They're just gonna sit on my farm, not actually doing anything for me. So I'll wait and save my action until like round 10, where I can pick up 2 boar, or round 11 when I can pick up 2 cattle, hopefully, and hold them on my animal renovator. Something like that. Pocoyo grabbing the 6 clay. They're pretty likely now to grab the clay oven, I would think. I'm not sure how many grain sources they drafted, but yeah, I guess if they didn't draft that many, they might just go for a cooking hearth. And while plays, occupation prudent merchant. Oh, that's really interesting to me. Does anyone have like animal pen or something? Yeah, if they have animal pen, I really like this. They also might play community well here. So I'll play my treehouse. Nice thing about treehouse, it's not even a family growth without room. It provides room, so I can build my clay rooms after I've played the treehouse. So we're definitely looking at a 4-room house. Man, I'm gonna have exactly the layout for that idealized farm. Because I'm going to end up with 5 fields, 4 rooms, hopefully pastures covering 6 spaces. I wonder if Enwall has the community well. If Enwall has the community well, then we'll definitely pay a wood to get 4 food. Seems good. Tokyo grabbed Reedstone food. So might be setting up to Reno clay oven or Reno pottery next round. Yeah, community well. Oh, I have to pay Enwall the wood. Sure, 1 wood. Yeah, that'll help my round 9 harvest in particular. And then does he prudent merchant the resources back and then go for the regular well as well? It's not the well, but it's a well, so let's see wells in chat. So, what do we do with our first action next round? I guess the question is, what miner or what occupation are we going to want to play? Or miner. I looked at bookmark and thought of that. Ooh, dairy supply. 1 sheep if fishing is occupied, and 1 cattle if sheep is occupied. Okay. How do you hold the cattle? I'm missing something. Oh, he built a stable. Oh, you just can't see it because of his that annoying background. 1 wood stable. Yeah, he did say he built. Oh, of course, stable deliveryman. That's right. So we have a bit of a free move here. So I'll pick up a food from the community well. So I think we play Clay Hut Builder here. We could also play Seed Trader. And then Bookmark would play... If we play Clay Hut Builder, then I can play Bookmark, and Bookmark can play Seed Trader in round 10. Although I would like to get Seed Trader out before then, I think. Because I'm going to need to feed 5 here. It'd be nice if I could buy a vegetable. Maybe I just pick up Reed. I could just pick up the Reed to build more rooms that way. Yeah. 3 Reed seems like a good move. My family growth is safe. So family growth play Bookmark. Bookmark can get me my seed trader, or probably seed trader. Yeah, in all likelihood. It's gonna not. Yeah, it'll take until then for me to have that much food, I think. Pokio plays Humble Farm Boy. We are not looking like we're going to be humble this game. We'll have a bit of an interesting choice next round because there's going to be a 4 clay action. So we could just take 4 clay and then build a third room that way. And then not play Clay Hut Builder. But Clay Hut Builder gets us the clay for 2 rooms, although it takes a lot longer. But it is faster when you consider that we can also take grain to plow a field and then get 2 clay that way. Because if I play, say I play Clay Hut Builder next round, 2, 2, 2, 2. So the earliest I can build would be 2 rooms would be round 12. That's pretty late. That's pretty late. So maybe Clay Hut Builder doesn't get played this game. And I just will get clay from plowing twice more. I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure what the right play is. Yeah, I think getting a cooking hearth seems like a good idea. If I can't get stone oven, at least. If I can get stone oven, great. Like if I pick up 3 stone next round, definitely I'll build the stone oven. But if I can't get stone oven, I actually like cooking hearth ahead of clay oven. Clay oven won't convert enough clay at once for me. Because I'm going to want to be able to do one big conversion to pay for my seed trader buying the vegetables. Payne plays Miner Smoker. Beginning of the harvest. Oh, I see. Cool. That's fun. So we will family growth. And we'll play bookmark. 1, 2, 3. So I need to eat 2 food, and then I get 3 food from my grain farmer. Pokio plays Captain of Outrider. Oh, this is the plow whenever you use the most recent space. Okay. I actually like this card on Enwall because Enwall wants to take vegetable, get 3 clay, so then he could also plow a field at the same time with it. But I mean, if Pokio thinks he's going to start player a bunch more, like get plow so when it comes out, get reedstone, get family growth without room when it comes out, that kind of thing. And if he has to take a raw grain or raw vegetable at some point anyways, then it's not usually that contested in action. And Wall builds the Basket Maker's Workshop. Alright. What does Wetlands do again? Oh, gets a reed when he takes clay or stone, of course. So he gets extra reed on the reedstone food space. So yeah, he'll have quite a powerful Basket Maker's Workshop game. And we're the start player, so Enwall might start player here to grab 6 wood, but if they don't, oh, Pokio's going to start player. Yep, seeing that there's going to be a 6 wood action guaranteed. Playing Milk Can here for 4 food. So that's kind of fun. So he drafted a couple passing miners that work nicely together. Milk can after playing the dairy supply. Payne did build a room at last after renovating, interestingly, so he has a ton of wood on his farm. Be able to fence really early. Seems good. Being able to fence early kind of mitigates the advantage you get from sheepdog, but he'll be able to hold other animals nice and early. Take grain, get a bunch of stuff. Boar, 2 clay, extra grain. Quite nice. And he knows he's going to take 6 clay next round, or 6 wood next round, because there are 2 6 wood actions. So, looks good. Looking very good. Yeah, so the boar, we would be interested in getting the boar. Are we? Thing is, what are the odds that we have a way of eating the boar in round 11 or extra space? Not very good, I don't think. So yeah, maybe we don't want to take the boar. Yeah, this sequence has been really good for Pocoyo and Enwal. Definitely scary. They're both getting nice 6 wood actions here. So do I play Clay Hut Builder? I think I probably do. Well, if I play Clay Hut Builder, what are the odds I get to grow next round? I think what we'll do is we'll take the 3 stone with our first action, and then we can decide after that. Because the 3 stone basically guarantees us the stone oven. Payne forgot about his community well, I think. Yeah, like I could take 4 clay and then grain. Plow, get an extra 2 clay. But that's a lot of actions of me not taking wood. Although bamboo does offset that by quite a bit. Pocoyo builds the clay oven. Yeah, we kind of expected that. So I think all we're really keeping an eye on now is making sure that we get the stone oven. So if we get the stone oven, we're quite happy with how this game is going. Yeah, bookmark is like the anti-humble farm boy card, because you could just play the occupation and it's only one played card, but you play bookmark, which like increases your card count by 1 for like almost no reason. Pocoyo not gonna bake. What are you gonna do? Enwal might take 2 read and then build. If Enwal takes 2 read and then builds, that means I don't get to grow till round 10. In that case, I would definitely, like, that might change what I want to do. The other thing is pottery. If I get a bunch extra clay, should I just build the pottery maybe? For points? I'm not sure. Taking food, Pocoyo, okay. Instead of clay oven, that's kind of Maybe thinking Renault's safe, so doesn't need to rush it. I can definitely fence tightly this game. Like I can fence 12 in small pastures because I can use spaces very easily by plowing. I think plowing is probably a very pretty efficient action for me. I also have the bonfire which occupies a space. So yeah. Yeah, I bet Enwall builds another room here with his last move. So I think I play Clay Hut Builder. And then I can either 3 wood or take clay. Payne plays. Payne saying, who wants 2 food? And I'm saying, no thank you. Yeah, let's play Clay Hot Builder, sure. Oh, Pocoyo's gonna take the food. Pocoyo, Pocoyo, Pocoyo. How could you do this to us? Why not take grain 2 clay plow instead of 4 clay? Yeah, I would probably not. I'm not going to 4 clay here. I would 6 clay or 5 clay next round. But I think probably taking grain is better than all 3 of those. Like taking grain is probably even better than 6 clay now that I have. No. Say no. Say no. You know what? Enwall doesn't have to build here either. Because Enwall has turn priority over me next round. So yeah, I'd probably just take... I could just take wood even. And not pressure the family growth space. Or not... Well, not family growth, but not pressure the build room space. With Clay Hut Builder, it's enough to build a room next round. Yeah, but I am keeping an eye on the stone oven as well. And I kind of want to build the stone oven. Getting 4 wood is appealing as well. If I could get 4 wood, that would be nice. Yeah, like if I take... Yeah, okay, Enwall did build. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. So I don't need to build until round 10 at the earliest. There's no rush. Probably late round 9 is when it's going to happen. So I can take 3 wood or I can plow here. I think I take the wood. I'll have lots of time to plow. I'm not particularly in a rush. Thing is, I might be competing for Pocoyo for a room after Enwall. Yeah, but Pocoyo would have to first action take 2 reed, which seems like a pretty weak move, especially when there's all the clay available, as well as the animals. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, Pocoyo's gonna clay oven first action. Okay, so I just need to make sure I get stone oven. And hopefully this is on Reno, so that the major minor space is available. So then I'll do probably grain, major minor, and build room as my 3 moves, maybe? Not sure. I would like to build more than 1 room at once if I can. Yeah, I'm no longer competing with Pocoyo. Enwall I am. Enwall would like to be able to maybe build more rooms. Actually, Probably not. Not with only 5 wood on the on his farm. Now, I will look at taking 2 boar in round 10, especially if cattle don't come round 10. If cattle come round 11, I'll definitely look at taking 2 boar round 10, because then I can start building. Executive boar. Receive 3 food and building up to 6 fences for 4 wood. Oh, fun! So then he can look at grabbing the sheep or taking 2 boar next round. Very interesting. Interesting use of his wolf. Yeah, and did it on family growth. Very interesting. So I could take a whole bunch of clay. Or I could take field. Take grain. Or I could just take wood. Taking wood, I think, is an okay option. I think the grain move will come back to me. And then my last move can be stone oven. Improvement stone oven. Nobody else is really in a good position to build out an improvement. I guess Pokio. If Pokio takes 6 clay, then I should be looking at him building the pottery. But he does have Humble Farm Boy, so might not want to. No, he's going on vegetable. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense to plow with his Captain of Outrider. I wish it was Outrider's Captain. That's just more natural, rather than Captain of Outrider. And I'll grab 2 wood. Yeah, so I'm feeling vindicated for taking 3 wood. I think wood might be in demand, because everybody's going to want to grab pairs of animals, I think. I could start player to grab my 2 boar as well, if I think the 2 boar action will be contested. Enwall has room for it. Payne would like it. Yeah. Yeah, I could start player to grab 2 boar. But if I don't get 2 boar, then I probably get 3 wood, and just taking 3 wood again seems fine. I want 2 more 3 wood actions, because I want to get to 10 wood ideally. Well, maybe only 1 more 3 wood action. If I'm going to fence 12 only. That is an option. Ideally, I would like to only build rooms one more time. So that means getting reed. I could just take 3 reed next round. 3 reed is a fine action. And you know what? Payne just took 1 boar. So that's interesting. So I could start player, get boar. Well, yeah, so I think... Yeah, and got a huge amount of clay with that. And gets a boar, and he gets to reno. Or he gets to breed. Very nice. Enwell's in a nice spot. Very nicely crafted game. Yeah, I think I just stone oven with this last move. I guess the problem with stone oven is if I want to double build, I can't double build to round 11, and I can only double build round 11 if I take grain one more time, or plow another field, specifically. Yeah, that would probably be fine, honestly. Payne plays champion breeder. Pretty good. Does smoker work every harvest? Yeah, it does. Every harvest. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, let's build the stone oven here. Get it in our hands safely. Four and 2 food from grain farmer and feed 6. And then Auk, seed trader. Yeah, ideally I would not convert a vegetable until after I've sown them both. Yeah. So I'll probably do a sow bake action this sometime this round. And I only need to do one, really. Yeah. Because then I can go up to 6 because I can pay 2 clay to get 6 vegetables. Then one goes to coffee bean and one goes to trade route. Trade route can get me like a reed and 2 stone or something like that. And then for the rest of the game, sowing vegetables will be more efficient probably than taking stone, which is kind of cool. Montu just went live, so I'll make sure to host him after I'm done. And while plays, occupation sunrise admirer. Nice. He really wants a cooking hearth now, but nobody else is competing with him for a cooking hearth, so I don't see any reason why he will not get it. So we'll probably take 3 wood. 3 wood, plow another field, and then sow with our last action. Something like that. 3 wood, plow, sow seems good. Yep. Payne plays. Burger flipper. Very reliable way to get cattle. Keep taking the wood. Seems like fencing is going to be a little tight this game, so make sure I keep going for it when I can. Is it possible for me to get enough food for the rest of the game with this bake action? Just thinking, if I sow 2 vegetable fields, 2 grain fields, I'm going to start getting seed. I'm going to get refresh my seed trader. Or my grain farmer, sorry. And then I'm going to bake for 8. Now, I do have to pay 6 food to buy the 2 vegetables, so it'll be close. I'm going to get a lot of food. Man, seasonal plants is so garbage. Oh, Pocoyo built a room. Okay, that's fine. I think I wasn't going to build a room this round anyways, so grain, field, 2 clay. And then I'll sow with my last action. And the thing is, I'll have excess grain, so I can absolutely afford to eat raw grain in round 14. Pokio plays converted silo. Okay, sure. Yeah. So that's his source for his clay oven. Gets the one from Corn Chief. Another passing miner also. Wow, Pocoyo just drafted all the passing miners. I don't know if he honestly. I don't know if he can win without with just the humble farm boy bonus. He needs more majors. Like if I were him, I'd really go after the well. But we might see Enwal build the well. Yeah, because he probably wants cooking hearth in the well instead of pottery. He could build the pottery, but cooking hearth and well seems more likely. I can buy it any time, right? Yeah. For my seed trader. And then bamboo gets me 5 wood for my fencing. Yeah, we're looking good. So net +2 food, -2 grain, and then so. And then do I want to use 2 clay on each of them? I'll use 2 clay for those 2 vegetables. Yeah, I probably don't. I'll probably save the clay so that I can build a little faster. Yeah. Yeah, I'm already at 11 grain. So I can eat 3 of them raw. Assuming I don't do any more plowing or anything like that. And Walt does go for the pottery. Interesting. Interesting. I guess he has Hill Cultivator, so he gets clay very easily. I thought he'd go for the well. Maybe he's going for both. Yeah. I thought cooking hearth so that you can eat your boar that you have to feed, because he does need to feed his sunrise admirer. So I don't know. Maybe he thinks Son of Storyteller will feed him enough that he doesn't need the cooking hearth. Yeah, I think we should 3 stone into well. I think the well points will actually be pretty important for us. People are taking 1 animal at a time, which is hurting our animal renovator a little bit. Not super much, not a lot, but a little bit. Are we at the point where I'll take 2 sheep here? Yeah, sheep are like the worst for me to grab for my animal renovator because they only ever breed to 1 more point, whereas the cattle and the boar are worth a lot more. I don't know. And I'll play is coarse grain. 2 wood, 2 clay into 3 food at any time. So the vegetable space is worth just a ton of food for him. Like 7 food. 7 food in a clay right now. 7 food, vegetable, and a clay. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a whole lot. Let's go for the well. Yeah. The well is good. And actually I can double grow next round with coffee bean. Because I can... Oh, actually, does the newborn stay there? I guess the newborn stays there. To double family growth. What are the I don't remember the mechanics of family growth. I assume the newborn sits there. How does it work with adoptive parents? I guess I can look that up. Make sure. I'm pretty sure the newborn sits on the space. adoptive parents, not a good example. Pretty sure the newborn will sit there. Like, because that's just the physical mechanics. We go and we put another newborn on top of it. Do I build the well here? Or do I wait and take wood? If I take wood, I can fence a bit earlier, but it seems like I'm in no rush to fence really, because I'm not getting pairs of animals anyways. I'm only going to get one. I'm not going to get multiple. So I could fence, I could take wood. Could take reed. Let's take wood, because then I can start player trade route and I don't have to start player trade route next round, and then I don't have to take reed again. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, and I don't really need to plow anymore. If I get another sow action, I'll have 2 clay that I can use for it, but yeah, look, we're looking good. The well, so if we can build the well and get to a stone house, I like our chances to win. But it'll depend on whether we get to the stone house or not. The stone might be... the stone should be easy enough to get. It'll probably be a matter of action priority. That'll probably be what it depends on more. Yeah, and the fact that I've got all my plowing done does help my opponents, because they have lots of options for getting fields themselves. But I'm gonna get up to 5 family members really easily. Like, I'm gonna run out of my point. I'm probably gonna hit my point ceiling. Actually, I'm gonna run out of actions. I'm gonna get to the point where I need to take excess wood in order to build the joinery, or take excess wood to build stables, that kind of thing. And while building another set of 4 fences. Interesting. So I wonder if he'll take 2 cattle ahead of something else. Or if Payne takes 1 cattle again. Payne plays bargaining breeder. Alright, very nice. Very nice. Get a grain and a vegetable for the rest of the game, each harvest, and then he also gets 2 victory points. So yeah, Payne is looking in a good spot. And I'll build the well. Yeah, it looks good. And I get 3 food from grain farmer, and then I feed 6 and harvest. Wells in chat. All right, so our 3 actions, we're thinking start player, trade route, then build a room, then family growth. And if we can family growth coffee bean, family growth again, great. If not, that's fine. Don't think it's a big deal. We want to play bamboo at some point before fencing. But honestly, with Animal Renovator, we have room for a Parabor or Paracattle. Something tells me I'm not getting either of them. Oh, Enwall Family Gross. Okay. Let's see what Pain does. I would like a Paracattle. Maybe I like a Paracattle more than I like start player trade route here. Oh, Pain start player Rod and Plow. Okay. I assume this is on start player. Well, I'm definitely not playing definitely not playing that card if I can't do it with start player. So Animal Renovator looks good. Or sorry, taking 2 cattle, which I can hold with my Animal Renovator, looks good. And then I can build a room and then play trade route. Yeah, so I'll have to go on build a room twice, but that doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, and then I can play Coffee Bean on Family Growth in round 13, and then jump to something like fencing or taking an animal or taking stone or something like that. Yeah, getting those cattle are nice. It's a nice 4-point action. Build a room and no stables, I think. Yeah, no stables yet. Because I'm going to build a room again, so I can decide on the stables then, depending on how many actions I have remaining. I might want to first action start player next round. If I do, not Coffee Bean Bamboo. Start player Bamboo. Yeah, that sounds fine. That'll make sure I can get on a sow action in round 14, which actually will probably be pretty relevant. And if I go on plow sow, it'll refresh my grain farmer, plus get me extra grain, plus I can use my excess clay to get more vegetables, which means I can convert vegetables to even more wood, more stone. Yeah. First action start player next round seems like a good plan. And it's once per round, so if I want to trade route, I have to do it here. Veg to RSS. I can actually turn a vegetable into clay, which I can then use to get even more vegetable. Not that that isn't would it be increasing my amount, but it would be neutral. Yeah, if you get a clay, because then you pay the clay to get the vegetable back, so you're gaining 2 resources. It's a good thing you can only use this once per round, or else I could do some really silly stuff with it. Yeah, so I can start player Bamboo and then Family Growth Coffee Bean. Yeah, looks fine. and then I can convert one vegetable after the harvest, and then resow our vegetable in round 14. Looks fine. Pocoyo, this is his first card, I believe. Once per round, you can use an occupied action space other than start player and or minor if you have no played minor improvements in front of you. Interesting. Well, that makes a lot of sense why he took only passing minors and humble farm boy. That makes a lot more sense. And with like Lady in Waiting, you're happy to see a card like Lady in Waiting. So Pain's at 8 cards. Pocoyo's at 7. So Pain is the person limiting Pocoyo's Humble Farm Boy right now. Yeah, the nice thing about this is it gives me control over renovating as well, which I like. Looks like Pain probably won't have the time to reno, but just as long as one of Enwall or Pocoyo reno this round, then we're happy. What do we do here? Okay, so here's the question. Stables. How many stables? So if I convert another vegetable, I can convert it to a reed and 2 stone. And that'll be all that I can do for the rest of the game. So yeah, that means I'm not going to build any stables because I'll fence 15. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Do I take wood here? If I take wood, then I can build stables. But if I take wood, then am I missing out on something else? No, I'm not. Take 3 wood. And then I can build so with bamboo I'm at 18 wood, and if I'm gonna fence 12, then I can build 3 stables, and then I plow sow first action next round, assuming that plow sow comes, that I don't have to reno first action. Yeah, looks fine. Because yeah, I'm gonna use my vegetable for coffee bean on family growth to jump to fence. Assuming Pocoyo has not already fenced. If he has, though, then I'm eyeing reno fence in the last round. I could coffee bean jump to reno. Actually no, because I don't have the resources. Yeah, it'll be tight. This end of the game's going to be tight here. So the thing is, the first stable is not worth any points. It's actually negative points because you leave 2 spaces unoccupied and you gain a point. So building 2 stables offsets leaving 2 spaces unoccupied. And if you're only going to leave 1 space unoccupied, then building the stable seems worth it. So room, and then do 3. And then I do 12 in tight. Yep. And I might have an X, and then I leave myself a 1 point action of occupying that space on the take 1 grain. On take 1 grain, yeah. Okay. Or plow a field. I don't think plow will be not desired, but it also means I can coffee bean pick up wild boar now, which is good. Pick up 1 boar for 2 points. And then I want to get 1 sheep for 2 points in the last round. Here's my coffee bean. Oh, I guess rogue means Pocoyo can use occupied spaces, eh? Yeah, I'm really hoping him or Enwall Reno here. Unless they don't see that I can Reno because I just played coffee bean. Yeah, Enwall says he thinks the newborn sits there. Makes sense. Because the mechanics of growing your family are such that, yeah, this is probably Reno. Yeah, excellent. Good. Good. That means I get to take boar. FF. Grain farmer. There's just like a ridiculous amount of food that's been put into this game. V9. Harvest. Breed the cattle. I'll hold on announcing the vegetable until everyone's completed their actions. Or, well, I guess it's only really Pocoyo that it matters for. So convert 1 veg to SSR, like that. Looks good. One food here. Plow a field. Sow a vegetable. Sow a grain. Pay 2 clay so that I get an extra 1 of each of them. Whoops, not like that. And then like that. Not that the grain really matters, doesn't look like. I do leave myself open to getting blocked by Pocoyo here. If Pocoyo Reno fences and then Pain fences 4, that's a problem. I could have left Plow Sow available for Pocoyo. That would have maybe been a bit safer. but it would be less points overall for me. He does have Rogue. Maybe he'll count on his Rogue, giving him access to the Reno fence space. He's going to Reno fences, according to the... He's thinking about it. Could go somewhere else. Yeah, it'd be pretty annoying if Payne fences. He might. He might. If he does, then I can Reno... I'll take vegetable and then Reno joinery if he does that. Yeah, if Payne blocks fences. Yeah, so then I get the joinery, which is not as good as fencing, but it's an okay... Yeah, how much would fencing 12 be worth? 1, 2, 3, 4... 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it a 9-point move? And then joinery is a couple points less than that, a couple points fewer. Oh, Payne goes on so. Excellent. Excellent. Fence 12. Save 5 bamboo. If I could still build the joinery, it would give me something to do with my 5th vegetable. Because if I harvest my 5th vegetable, I could turn it into 3 wood, which, if I have the joinery, is worth at least 1 point. Now, in order for me to build the joinery, what's the fastest way? Take vegetable? Yeah, it's probably take 1 vegetable, which is now gone. So it would be 3 wood, 2 stone, Reno joinery. And then converting the vegetable would be worth 1 point because it would get me that first bonus point from the joinery. Alternatively, I could take wood and play bonfire for 1 point. Or I could plow a field for a point. So is that the best way for me to get multiple points? Payne's playing executive boar here. Okay. Probably getting a vegetable and food. Or a vegetable and fencing. Oh, fencing, of course. Yeah, let's him fence. Nice. Okay, taking a boar is 1 point. How many points is the joinery play? The joinery play would be worth 3 points for 2 actions. If I take wood with the first move, I'm getting a point from bonfire either way, and then I still will have the option to potentially take boar. Now, boar would take away points from my opponents, which that is an option as well. I think we'll just take the wood here and then see what happens. Yeah, because major miner's gone, so joinery is not... Nobody can get anything out of the joinery. Nobody can build the joinery anymore. Oh, rogue can. The rogue can. But he's got no resources, so... Yeah, Payne's been sitting on 8 cards, probably hoping, please, please play another one. I have so much extra vegetable or extra grain. I have 6 extra grain, and I'm going to get 2 food from my grain farmer. Way more food than I've needed this game. Yeah, so taking 2 stone is a 2-point move compared to 1 point from Wild Boar. Because if I take the boar, it's a point, and then I get a point from Bonfire. But if I take the stone and build the joinery, that's 3 points that I don't have right now. So the only time where there would be a difference would be if somebody had Constable here. But I don't think anyone has Constable. Pain took Champion Breeder and took... Well, Pain might have Constable. Thing is, Pocoyo's not set up for it. Enwal's not set up for it. And you gotta think if it went around, they would have taken it. Yeah, so we're going to have a pretty high scoring game here. We're missing out on sheep, and our animal score is not great, but we're maxed on crops, fields, family members, room. Like, our rooms are nice. Could maybe have gone for another room here. I didn't think about that. I think I would have needed another vegetable. Yeah, I'm a little too slow with my trade school. If my trade school had kicked in 1 round earlier, I would have needed more sowing of vegetables, but like sowing a vegetable seems better than a 3 wood action. I did a couple of those. Although it does make more wood available for my opponents. We'll see. I mean, Stone Oven Well is nice. We don't have a lot of points from our improvements otherwise. Just Coffee Bean. No bonus points over here. And while plays Rustler. Oh, very nice. 2 cattle here. Very nice. 3-point card. Now he is going to have to eat some stuff, but seems to be set up okay. Plus FF, grain farmer, eat 2 raw G, after harvesting V to 3 wood. So -2, vegetable to 3 wood, and then feed. All right. So I have whatever I score +1. No otherwise available global bonus points or anything. So I imagine it'll be around 50. 55. Yeah, good score. And while sitting at 51, he's got a bunch more bonus points than me. And he breeds a couple of points. But he does probably have to eat a couple points too, so... Oh, he got a bunch of points there with that action. Uh-oh. Yeah, Enwal looks like Enwal wins. GG. Not quite enough. Yeah, it looks like I lose to Enwal. Pokio 53. Pretty sure we've got Pain beat. It's only a question of Enwal, and I'm pretty sure Enwal's got me beat because he breeds 2 more animals, but then he would have to eat points to do it, so we'll see. It might be tight. Okay, we can figure it out. How does Enwal eat here? Eats a clay, another 2 clay for 3 food, a reed, and a cow. Okay, yeah, so he had to eat a couple points there, so we might tie. That's, he had to eat 2 points. So what's his score? 54 plus 3. So yeah, he wins. Yep. So we lost Anwal there. Nice game. We're pretty close to our max. Like, there's not a whole lot more. Like, of course we could have a pair of sheep. The fact that we never got a pair of animals actually ended up, like, until the 2 cattle, that was actually really crazy. The fact that we didn't get anything until then. And I like the joinery play to increase the point ceiling here, but not quite enough. 55 to 57, so... You can look, we have some overkill. Like, we're overkilling. We have like 6 extra food because we're at 12 grain and 4 wood. So like 1 extra wood action is another 2 points. So there's a couple little places where we could be better off. Or if we had used the action for bonfire. Oh, it's annoying when people do that. Or we could have used the action for bonfire, for example. 336152. Like if we had played bonfire at some point, that's a point. Yeah, so there's a couple places where we could have been a bit better off. Okay, what do we take here? Took Grain Farmer. That 3rd pack was quite weak. Took Animal Renovator over Rustler. Yeah, so Rustler better by power, but I think I like the way we used Animal Renovator. Like, we were hoping to see a card like Straw Thatched Roof or whatever. So here we took Prudent Merchant over Potter, and Prudent Merchant was useful for Enwall, so that might have been a mistake, because we of course did not play Potter. We got Seed Trader back. Our pick here was Treehouse. Treehouse's power is very low. I'm surprised by that. Menagerie went unplayed, didn't it? And Stone Chimney, I think. And Runestone, all 3 of those went unplayed. Trade Route. So Trade Route's power 1.6. Pretty low. Bamboo, sure. Coffee Bean. Yeah, I'm happy with Coffee Bean. Bookmark, yeah. Over Menagerie, I mean, I had my reasons behind it. Like, it's good round 1 minor. Yeah. I think we were pretty close to our max there. There's like not a whole lot better that could have happened for us in that game. What else could have gone better? Yeah, like we had 4 pastures, we had 3 stables. Sure, we could have a 2-point sheep, and that ties us. But the animals were quite highly contested, so I don't know. Maybe you could say my plow sow action was not worth it. I should have maybe gone for like a pair of... There weren't boar, there weren't cattle. Was there a pair of sheep? A pair of sheep's not any better than 1 sheep for me, so... Anyways, that's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I think I'm all done for today. I might stream later, like in like 3 or 4 hours if I'm really bored, but I got some work to do. I will probably stream tomorrow. Probably stream tomorrow night, later than I normally do. And then I might stream Tuesday, but I'm going to be gone out of the country starting Wednesday. And I don't have my laptop. Oh, you know what? I should get my laptop back. I lent it to my friend because his computer broke. But I'm going to want to have my laptop to go to... I'm going to California for a trip for a week. Go hang out with friends. I had a really bad travel experience, so I'm using the vouchers from that to go this time. And since I get to stay with friends, it doesn't cost too much because I don't have to pay for hotels or anything. So yeah, I'll be doing that. I guess if I have my laptop, I could stream because they'll be working during the day, so I might stream in California. We'll see. But yeah, maybe later tonight. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. Definitely before I go. Probably tomorrow. So, alright, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Bye.